Hi everyone, my name is Rita and I'm from Rita's Nutrition, and today we're going to do a Gousto recipe. My friend Julian is trying to incorporate more plant-based food on his diet, and so he acquired a Gousto Box, and today we're going to do a recipe that is called butternut squash, lentil and coconut dal. And what I saw here on this recipe was the content of fat was very high, especially saturated fat. Yeah. So if you see here on the recipe, on the nutritional info, you see here that is 521 calories, 20 grams of fat, 17 grams of saturated fat, 50 grams of carbs, 30 grams of sugar, 24 grams of fiber, 23 grams of protein, and 3 grams of salt. But if you see here, this says per person. And this is just the ingredients that were supplied. But the problem is they ask also for extra vegetable oil or olive oil. So that will increase your calorie intake for this recipe. So this is not clearly 521 calories. You're not going to throw that. That is not enough garlic. So for this recipe, it asks for a teaspoon of olive oil when you're doing the onions. So this again is going to increase calories intake for that recipe. So it's no longer 500, it's going to be much more. Drizzle a little bit of olive oil. But the other option is also you can use water frying. So water frying is another healthy option to the olive oil. For this recipe, I'm going to just follow the instructions. But next time I'm going to do is water frying. Thank you. So we're going to do half of the onion. And do a pinch of salt. And we're going to cook for 5 minutes or until softened. And meanwhile, when that is cooking, we're going to prepare our butternut squash cubes. We're going to use the rest of the onion, and the recipe again asks for olive oil. So again, we are increasing the calories. So if I put another tablespoon of olive oil, so this will increase again 120 calories to the recipe. So again, it's very misleading, the calories on that recipe. But on this one, I'm not going to use the vegetable oil because this will be good also. So I'm going to put this in the oven that has been preheated to 200 degrees. You can see here on the cream coconut that the nutrition information per 100 grams you have around 693 calories, and you have from saturated fats 62.9 grams. So this little packet is 50 grams, so it's half of what is written here. So this is too much fat. So a tip for reducing our fat intake here, you can use low-fat coconut milk. So this little pack that is 50 grams of cream coconut has 30 grams of saturated fat. So saturated fat raises your bad LDL cholesterol in your blood that can increase your risk of heart disease or stroke. To replace this, you just use low-fat coconut milk that has much lower saturated fats. So we unfortunately we don't have low-fat coconut milk, so we're going to use this, and we're going to now dilute it and to 450 milliliters of water, and this is going to be our coconut stock. And we're going to use our vegetable stock in. So to our onions, we're gonna add the garlic. We're gonna add the ginger. I'm gonna just leave it for 1 or 2 minutes. So, to our burnt onions, because we were washing the lentils, we're gonna add red lentils. We're gonna do our turmeric. And we're gonna use our green lentils. So to our lentils, we're going to add our coconut stock that we did before. With our burned bits of onion. And we're going to leave to cook more or less 15 to 20 minutes. So while that is cooking, today we went to the grass market, and there was one of my favorite stores, that is Missy Vegan Cupcakes, and they had these potato pasties, so we're gonna try a little bit.
Thank you very much.
So we're gonna add part of coriander, and we're gonna just blend in. As you can see, most of the water already evaporated, and I'm gonna taste a little bit to see if the red lentils are cooked. Yep. So we're gonna plate this. We're going to put now the butternut squash and the onion that we had on the video. We're going to sprinkle with some coriander. And we're going to serve with a slice of lemon. So that is all for today. Me and my friend Julie are gonna try this delicious dish, and I'll see you on the next video.